Alright, man, what up? It's your boy Sis with another video. Let's get it, okay? Got my Green Bay Packers. They 2-0 right now. They won the first game against Chicago Bears, by like 6-7 points, something like that. And then they come back with one of their other rivals. You know what I'm saying? A little something with the Vikings, okay? And we won that 21-16. So we gonna read the recap. Shout out to CBS, okay? So Packers ride Rodgers' hot start to 21-16 win over the Vikings. Okay, let's see what we're talking about. All that mattered to Aaron Rodgers on Sunday was the Packers won. You know that. That's it. Rodgers threw 2 early touchdowns and Green Bay held on for a 21 victory over the Minnesota Vikings. The biggest thing is that we're 2-0, he said. I know we owe a lot of that to our defense and defense coordinator Mike Pettine and his staff and those guys for being optimistic and making plays when they had to. But I think there's still a lot of great potential in this offense. On a day when the Packers honored late Hall of Fame Brett Starr at halftime, Rodgers put on quite a show, particularly early. Rodgers completed 9 of his first 10 passes for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns, and have had a perfect 158.3 rating through the first quarter. He finished 22 of 34 for 209 yards, 209 yards. Rodgers and new coach Matt LaFleur experimented with Rodgers wearing a play call wristband in the hope that it would speed up the play calling process and get the offense out of the huddle quicker. Yeah, this is probably the wordiest offense I've been in since Cal, said Rodgers, who played college ball at California after transferring from Butte College, Community College. I think it just helps the communication. He doesn't have to say 12 syllables to me, and then I say 12 syllables in the huddle. It helps speed things up a little bit, but we didn't use it a whole lot. We only used it about 5 or 6 times. After scoring on each of its first 3 possessions, Green Bay offense failed to muster in another point, but the hot start was enough to win. The Packers remain unbeaten under LaFleur after opening the NFL's 100th season with a victory at rival Chicago. They also beat the Vikings 1-1. Vikings for the 5th time in the past seven games at Lambeau Field. Minnesota Dalvin Cook had a career-high 150 yards and a touchdown on 20 carries. It was the third-year pro's second consecutive game with over 100 yards rushing. Cook also had 37 yards receiving in the loss. We're just trying to find our rhythm, Cook said. It was a hostile environment. We knew what we were coming to. Tried to prepare as well as we could. You could never replicate a game. Just trying to find our rhythm. We found it, but they jumped on us pretty early. After throwing the ball just 10 times in the opener against Atlanta, Kirk Cousins finished 14 of 32 with 230 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Cousins was picked off by Kevin King in the end zone late in the 4th quarter. You just don't do that. You can't do that, Cousins said of the interception. It happened last week in our game against us. We talked about it. We talked about it all week. We just can't do that. It's uncharacteristic of me. The Vikings are 5-2-1 in their last 8 meetings against Green Bay. Rodgers and Devontae Adams connected on a 39-yard completion in the Packers' first offensive play. Rodgers found running back Jamal Williams for a 15-yard touchdown to cap a 4-play, 75-yard drive. Adams finished with 106 yards on 9 catches. We started off a lot faster, Adams said. That's definitely what we're after. That's definitely what we're after this week. It took Green Bay offense of all of 12 minutes to score more points than it did in the season opener in Chicago. After a missed field goal by Minnesota, receiver Geronimo Allison, who did not see a single pass against the Bears, gave the Packers a 2-score advantage on a 12-yard strike from Rodgers. Green Bay took over at the Vikings 33 after defensive lineman Kenny Clark sacked Cousins, forcing a fumble. Dean Larry recovered the loose ball. The Packers took a commanding 21 lead with 2 minutes to play in the first half on a 2-yard run by Aaron Jones. We came out hot, said Jones, who finished with 116 yards on 23 carries. We thought we could do no wrong. We just got to continue to work at it because the fourth drive, fifth drive, sixth drive, we want points on those as well. After rushing for 111 yards and two touchdowns in the win last week against the Falcons, Cook broke out for a 75-yard score following a missed tackle by rookie safety Daniel Savage. Eventually, one of us was going to make a play to get this game rolling, and it was just me that made that play, Cook said. Whatever to get the team rolling, to get this thing going, that was the play to do it. Stefon Diggs scored the Vikings' other touchdown with a 45-yard grab with 9:12 to play in the third. Disappointing loss today, Vikings coach Mike Zimmer said. We fought hard, but we didn't play well enough to win. We had some dumb penalties, but the interception at the end of the ball game hurt. Minnesota had 8 penalties for 100 yards. Packers, oh yeah, this is all injuries, man. And it's all injuries. We done with that. Okay, all right. So that it is. Okay, a little here, a little this, a little that. Packers started off hot, 1-0, and then they couldn't score no more points. Okay, so they gotta learn how to keep packing it on. You ain't gonna score every drive, but they gotta learn how to. Got to know how to do that. But every game is different, so it's okay. A win is a win when it comes to this. You don't get that many chances in the playoffs like basketball. To win, like hockey. You know, you got to win and you go home. So a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get it. When it comes to football, you have to definitely get it. But it's things you do have to fix up. So our squad is 2-0. We're looking cool right now. Defense, shout out to the defense because we definitely need that defense. The offense will do what they need to do later in the season. As long as our defense keep creating the turnovers and doing our thing, I think we have a good chance of getting another ring. Offense got to get in their bag, but as long as we got that defense, we need it to complement the offense because you all love these last years. Offense and then no defense. So it looked like we got a nice defense this year. Let's go, Green Bay. Can't say too much about them damn Dolphins. You know, whatever. I'm out of here, man. Like the video, share the video, leave your comments below, man. If you're a Green Bay Packer fan, please comment below. Let's get it. We 2-0. Alright? And let me know what you think about that, Green Bay fans. We 2-0. We got the defense that's doing their thing for 2 weeks in a row. How y'all feel about that, Green Bay fans? Let me know. Sue Sport News. I'm out of here. Bang.